my name is Paul Long, trusted business lender for the South Sound, located in Tacoma, Washington.
And I'm Greg Martin, the Entrepreneur's Banker in Bryan, College Station, Texas.
And we are two bankers getting together to help educate small business in America by sharing with you how we see it. Now, in this episode, we're going to talk about growing your business with different sources of cash. Take it away, Greg.
Well, Paul, entrepreneurs get into business not to look at financials. Heck, I would even bet that the people that make the financials, the CPAs, don't get into business in order to look at their own financials. Sure. But understanding what your financials are, and more importantly, understanding where the fuel comes in order to grow your business, that is super, super critical. Because, the way that I look at it, there's a couple different ways that a business can grow. All of them require cash. Paul, what are some ways that you've seen businesses get cash?
Well, obviously, first of all, using profits to fuel growth is really the most financially flexible way to do it, as you can do whatever you want with the profits. You can pay someone else back, you can buy equipment, you can do whatever you want to do that. But it's the speed of growth that sometimes has those growth requirements that's really produced in a single period. So you really have to be careful about that. But again, using your profits on there. What's another way?
Okay, so if waiting for my profits to accumulate is too long, well then, okay, I'm an entrepreneur. I've got some cash on the side. Maybe I'll go ahead and I will take some cash and I'll inject it into the business. That speeds up. I've got the cash there to be able to buy some equipment or buy some additional inventory. The problem is that I started my business. Most entrepreneurs, I think, would say I started my business so the business pays me, not so that I have to pay the business. Now this is really flexible. You as the owner, you can be like, okay, if things tighten up and the business can't afford to pay me back, maybe with interest, well then you can be patient. But again, you start a business so the business gives you money, not the other way around. So it's either through your profits, it's through owner's equity, or bank nerd term, a cash injection. What else?
So that's where we come in sometimes too, and that's borrowing. And then believe it or not, and I actually tell customers this, and sometimes they don't believe me, but not every banker wants to see you get a loan. A true banker wants to make sure that you're properly leveraged, but not over leveraged. And that's a really important thing. Now, one of the things, of course, with banks is, of course, we're able to give you the money that you may not have for that asset. But again, we're going to demand repayment. Shocking, I know. But we're going to have to make sure you have monthly payments. We may have some covenants that we want to see financials. There's other things that we're going to need. So sometimes the benefit is in writing off the interest, so that's a benefit. But again, that borrowing is another form of that.
That's right. And I'm sorry, no, let me interrupt. I would also say that I've actually seen some clients that have gone and they've gotten loans, but not from banks. They've gotten them from other investors, which may be a little bit more flexible than banks, but those investors may also convert that loan into equity. And if your business is really, if anyone's seen Shark Tank, you know how important equity is. So yes, there are other sources of loans out there. You just need to be aware of it.
That's true. And the reality is that most entrepreneurs really use a blend of all three of the things that we just talked about. So what's really important is that you know your balance sheet and actually know how financially strong you are or aren't. Know your growth plan and be able to know the cost in both time and cash. Oh, and by the way, make sure that it's flexible and built into the plan, because nothing goes exactly as planned.
I agree.
And of course, last but certainly not least, know your banker, listen to their counsel, listen to your CPA, and make sure that you're fueling the right sources of cash. So to learn more about other topics from Greg and I, visit our websites. Mine is paultolong.com, and Greg is theentrepreneursbanker.com. We look forward to seeing you on a future episode. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. See ya.